Going live, going live, going live. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is your host of the most, Griever, as always, bringing you guys the next chapter review of, well, reaction, I suppose, of Record of Ragnarok, also known as Shuumatsu, no, Valkyrie. How's everybody doing on this fine Saturday afternoon? Of course, we are wearing our Represent Leonidas shirt. We are wearing our Hawaiian shirt and such. Yeah, so anyways, apologies this stream's a day late or whatever. It's been a minute. It's been a hot minute since we got some Record of Ragnarok content for sure. And actually, I got a comment on one of my ranking videos from last year or so, speaking about how my list and their list are almost completely in reverse, and they went into great detail about it as to why. But I did find out one of the core things that they mentioned is the fact that their first introduction to the series was the anime, and as a result, I think all of you can sort of guess where that sort of led to, is that not a very good appreciation, certainly not for round 1 and 2, and 3 got middle of the road. So, unfortunately, the anime definitely did that. So, anyways, once again, we're just gonna wait a few minutes. I've got so much on the go already. I should be out there painting right now, painting some shutters outside. So we're only gonna take a few minutes before we get right underway with it. Joseph's in here and he says, "Hey Griever." Hey Joseph. Said, "What did you think of the rest of season 2? And did you know that Hades is voiced by J. Michael Tatum?" I don't know who J. Michael Tatum is. I'll look that up. J. Michael Tatum. J. Michael Tatum. What does he voice that I would know? What does he voice? Oh, he's that guy in Samurai 7. That's cool. Black Butler. Anaru in One Piece. I might know his voice if I heard it. He was in Shin Godzilla. Okay. I'm just looking down his thing. Like, what would I know him from? I probably know his voice. Like, a lot of these, like, I've seen Trinity Blood. I've seen XXX Holic. I've seen Samurai 7. Soul Eater. I've seen a lot of these things. But, oh, he's Scar. He's Scar. Wait, he's Scar? In Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? Oh, okay. Okay, then that's definitely a voice I would know. Yeah, not seeing a whole lot, but I'm sure I would know. I would sort of be like, yeah, I know that voice from somewhere. Seems like, yeah, he's done quite a bit of anime. He seems to have his hand in a little bit of everything when it comes to anime, for sure. But yeah, that being said, the actual question was, what did I think of season 2? Well, or the second half of season 2. I'm going to be honest with you. Didn't see it yet. That's why there's no videos up there. I am been so busy lately that I haven't had the opportunity whatsoever to do that. Yeah, to even watch. I haven't seen any of the episodes yet, so I haven't been able to review them. I still need to do Mob Psycho 100 reactions. I have to finish. There was 2. I have to finish a webtoon that I promised I would continue to read, and there's a webtoon I have to do, and then there's another webtoon that I'm all caught up on. I think it's called Goblin Warrior or something like that, and I really wanted to talk about that. It was recommended to me, and I really, really like it. So yeah, I haven't had the opportunity, so I can't really give you an opinion on that. Joseph said, "Have you seen Transformers: Rise of the Beast?" Nope. I saw it after it came out and found it really enjoyable. I heard that a lot of people hated it. I probably won't like it, from what I understand of it, but I'll have to watch it myself. Justin's in here and says, "Hello everyone, it's me with a new profile picture." Ah, there you go. Alright, Justin, how's it going? So, without further ado, as I said, I really have to do quite a bit of things. So we have our So you guys can tell we have our Hawaiian shirt. We have our representation, our aviators and everything. We have our representation for Team Leonidas here. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get underway with Chapter 80, Apollo. Phobius Apollo. Phobius? I'm probably saying that wrong. Looks like Phobius? Alright, sure. Anyway, so we have Apollo there in like a nice art style, one of the grand cathedral looking, arts of Apollo being this god of the sun and all this stuff. The sun god Apollo has a wonderful divine weapon. It is known as the threads of Artemis. Jesus. I cannot speak today. I haven't done a live stream in so long now. It feels like that I've actually been doing. It's been a minute. So, threads of Artemis. At times it becomes a radiant harp that plays a celestial melody. At times it becomes an impenetrable shield that can uproot even the giants. At times it becomes a beam of light piercing through colossal rocks. Alright, so the thing here about this is not bad. It's sort of Buddha's weapon a little bit there. Like, it can change. It has multiple forms, except this one seems to be a little more versatile than the threads of Artemis. Seems to be like a more souped up version of Buddha's weapon, where the staff just changes its shape, but he can literally change it from a bow and arrow to a harp, like completely physically different. So that's actually kind of interesting, a transforming weapon. So let's see. Boom. We're back to the fight. Leonidas all-out strike. Boom. Yeah, he hit him. He's going backwards. Has made a direct hit on Apollo. Oh, okay. So we got the build-up for what his weapon is. So, I think this is since Leonidas drew first blood, I have a feeling that this chapter is going to be heavy. Apollo's got the upper hand feel. So yeah, everybody cheering, everybody crying. What's going on? And Apollo flips in midair and lands on his feet. Leonidas clenches his teeth and rushes forth. You damn god! He's pulling back his super spike shield, and it's cutting into the arena. And then he's flipping it again because he's a mad lad. He's just like, you damn god! Boom, boom, baby. And I can't say that. Phalanx Enkos Prodigy. Sure. Let's go with that. And he's just whipping it back again. Once again, he launches another attack on Apollo, who's still feeling the damage from the last one. And what's Apollo going to do? His hand is pressed to the ground, and boom! He flips up and does some crazy gymnastics to dodge it. Dodge it at the last minute. It's out wide. Apollo is there, of course, going, strike a pose. Am I not... what was that video with Jim Carrey playing Rocky stuff? Do you find me sexy, Rocky? Just... Oh, gotta show off for the ladies, Like, doing one of those. Doing one of those for sure. Okay. And the crowd goes wild. Oh, he's so beautiful. Elegantly dodged. Was there no damage from the earlier attack? Well, we saw some blood, but I don't know. Jumping back to the chat really quick. Justice said, I'm Team Apollo all the way and always. Well, drinks on you when he loses. Just saying. Joseph said, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Phoebus. Same name as that character from the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Okay. We'll go with Phoebus for now. Justice said, I actually like this weapon because it seems to be referencing the fact that Apollo is the god of so many different things. Yeah, and it definitely fits him. It definitely fits him. That's for sure. Soren Gabriel's in there saying, hello there. General Kenobi. Joseph says, I mean, Apollo is known for being a god of many different aspects other than the sun. Yeah, his prime one, he's the sun, but then, yeah, he's like of the dance and of the melodies and of the light and of the, you know, he's the god of archers, he's the god of chariots, he's the god of horses, you know, he's the god of a lot of shit. Someone said we might get a surprise like in round 7 with Apollo winning. See, the thing is, round 7 wasn't really a huge surprise, realistically. Sort of you know, like the thing about this round, unlike the other rounds, there's no consequence for who wins, so it really is anybody's game. As it stands right now, like last round, Tesla had to lose. Narratively and just plot-wise, Tesla had to lose. Beelzebub was always going to win. There was never any doubt. Because then this round would have 100% had to go to Apollo if that had been the case. Now, they've brought it back to an even playing field, so... I didn't think Hades losing was a surprise. I think it was bullshit, but I don't think it was a surprise. Just said, I actually really like Leonidas, so I'm fine with him winning, but when Apollo does win, drinks are on you. That's fair. Joseph said, if they were to ever have made a movie about H.P. Lovecraft, I think the perfect actor to play him would be Anthony Starr, the actor who played Homelander from The Boys. I don't watch The Boys, so sure, I'll take you up on that. 6 people in here and only 2 likes. Let's bump those numbers up, people. Adam Robinson is in here and said, honestly, I think the best route for Apollo is something along the lines of Buddha, where he can change his weapon abilities at will to fit in with the vast amount of stuff he is the god of. Exactly, that's what's already been mentioned by Joseph and stuff like that. So yeah, same idea, and I agree with it. So, all right. So jumping back now that we're caught up with the chat, we see Brunhilde and Goal here. Even though King Leonidas' attack was a direct hit, why is Apollo able to move so effortlessly? And also, what is that? It looks like Apollo's hand is shining. Oh, he's changed into gauntlets. That would be Apollo's divine weapon. It's called Threads of Artemis. Oh, and I see... Oh, and there's actual threads coming up from his gloves and stuff. Alright, is he going to fight like Walter from Helsing? If he fights like Walter from Helsing right now, I will give props. I will give props to the Apollo fans. I will give you props. If he starts fighting like Walter with just the strings, like, this police girl, and just slaughtering things with the sharp strings, I will be there for that. I will give the Apollo fan base praise, even though, of course, got to represent Leonidas. So, thread, says Goal. Is that shining thread really the divine weapon? It seems weak. It's not just any ordinary thread. It is the thread of light, spun from the light energy created by the sun god Apollo. Alright, so Leonidas looking on. And although it seemed like a direct hit, he put his threads up in time and he caught it. Yeah. It appears that he defended with that thread. Alright. The thread of... Then where did the blood come from then? The thread of... I don't mind that. I think we all sort of guessed that it wasn't a true direct hit. But if that's the case, I don't mind when people are like, actually, you thought you saw him murdered, but in fact, A, B, C. It's like, yeah, but then don't show him literally getting shot and showing blood if he dodged the bullet. You know what I mean? So, in this same instance, I don't like it when they do that, because it's like, if he actually completely dodged it, then there shouldn't have been any blood. You know, that's just done for us, the viewers, but it's not realistic in that sense, so... Anyways, I don't like it when any manga or movie or something does that. You know, you see the gunshot or you see the muzzle flash, and then you see the blood dripping on the ground, but Buddy actually didn't even get grazed. The bullet never hit him. It's like, well, then what was the drop of blood at the end of the episode, or the end of the season? And then he comes back, oh, no, he actually missed. Well, what was the blood on the floor then? You know, like, so. Anyways. The thread of our... so, wait, where was I? It appears that he defended with that thread. The thread of Artemis can be both a weapon and a shield. Truly versatile. It's a divine weapon of the highest order. Attacking with a thread, how does that work? If you keep watching, you'll understand. Its true power. So, alright, so he can retract them, he can extend them. Let's see, Leonidas is trying to figure out what he's doing. He's spinning it. It's into, he's made himself a glove. He's made himself a glove. Oh, that he's put on. Alright, so the thread, so he's put on basically gauntlets or gloves made of his divine weapon. So when he punches them, it's going to hurt. So he put them both on, slipped them on. They're shining bright. And now... oh, and they've transformed into like true ass, like badass metal gauntlet things. And Leonidas looking at them. The Lyre of Phoebus. Radiant Harp. The Lyre of Phoebus. Alright. Are you sure it's not Phoebus? Pretty sure it's Phoebus. Phoebus just, well, I don't know. Anyways. The gloves look kind of futuristic and cool. I don't like the little dots on the ends though. It just looks weird because it looks like his hands are reversed for some reason. So, but anyway, they do look pretty badass. There we go. That shot looks better, but he clenches them. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Pretty cool. Well, there you have it. Kya. Oh. Let me guess. It's another lady. Kya. Apollo looks fabulous. Somebody's looking fabulous. He's shining even more than usual. So cool. All right, beauties. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. Woohoo. Just watch me. And here we go. Leonidas is pulling out, oh, let me guess, another cigar. Let's go, man. The damn thread that intercepted my attack. If you wind it around your arm, it becomes a bracer, huh? I'm pretty sure that... yeah. Just want to check something. Yeah. Anyways. I was just checking something. So, your arm, it becomes a bracer. A bracer, yeah. Gauntlet or bracer, yeah, sure. I see. Really annoying, ain't it? Also... it's too damn shiny. Huh. Alright, so Leonidas is like, yeah. So he's doing the whole Wolverine thing with the, light my cigar in the middle of a fight. Yeah, don't get your panties in a bunch. That thing's too damn shiny. You know, just, it's not as cool as you're making it out to be, you know. So checking back in with the chat here. Joseph said, who would win the next round if either Apollo or Leonidas wins? See, that's the beauty of it. Depending on who wins, that might affect the next round, but it might not, because we're back to more of an even scale. Humanity winning this one and taking the lead would probably put it still at anybody's game. The gods winning sort of pushes humanity to a win. If Apollo wins, it's most likely that humanity wins next round. If humanity wins, it's up in the air 50-50 back once again. That's why I sort of like the idea also of Leonidas winning, because then the following round is also just anybody's game, which is what you want. You want the intrigue, right? Soren said, would be interesting to get White Death against Death itself. That would be cool. Joseph said, I was also thinking that he was fighting like Walter from Helsing or Lubach from Akame ga Kill. Never saw Akame ga Kill, but I'll take your word for it. Soren said, since Rasputin versus Anubis is pretty predictable. Yeah, it is predictable. That is pretty predictable, that's for sure. Leonidas versus Apollo was not guessed by anybody, so... Joe said, a while ago I had an idea that the perfect weapon for Rasputin would be some sort of string thread weapon, since it's a pretty deadly weapon and it can mimic sorcery magic. Well, I guess they sort of used that up here, but... Soren said, I'm really curious to see what weapon he will get. Yeah, so am I. Maybe a sorcery book. That would be cool. I would like it I'd like it that he is, because he's been said to be a showman, sort of like, and a manipulator, like he wasn't a real sorcerer and stuff. It was all, like, sleight of hand shit. I'd love for him to pull another Jack thing where you don't really know what his divine weapon is halfway through the fight, and he's putting on this grandiose thing that he's reading from a spell book or something like that, but all of it means nothing. I would like that, like, to be a trickster, right? Anyway, so it's too damn shiny, alright? So he shrugs, and it's getting on my nerves. He's pulling back. Oh, he's turned it into a shield again. Alright, so now he's going to fight like Captain America or something. Let's see. So he's readied up, and now he's punching forth. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. He keeps thrusting, but he's thrusting while not moving really forward. And Apollo's like, what's going on? So he's thrusting and thrusting. But he's not any closer. He's not moving forward. Brunhilde's smiling, though. Heimdall doesn't know what to think. The Leonidas troops are like, oh, ho, ho, ho. And Hermes and Ares are like, what? And let's see. Leonidas pulling back. Drop dead. Here we go. Phalanx Asinatos. Oh, and now he was punching, and now he's pulling it on the chain. He's basically rapid firing from the chain. I see. He was just sort of like testing the timing, checking, all right, let's check the speed, and then let's unleash. Leonidas unleashes a fierce barrage, and Apollo seemingly makes it look easy and dodges all of them. He doesn't actually block any of them by the looks of it. He's dodging them all. What is that footwork? Leonidas' attacks can't hit him at all. And he keeps dodging. What the? King Leonidas' attacks can't hit him at all. Ho ho ho. As expected of the god of boxing. Great footwork. Ah, so Apollo's also the god of boxing, is he? I would be okay if this turned into a slugfest, if it really did. I would be good with that. I would be good with that. Getting hit by that human's attacks is too dangerous, just like earlier. Even that thread of Artemis earlier couldn't completely block it, it seems. Oh! So I was wrong. Well, alright. So the blood was there because he did actually get hit somewhat from it, and it did hurt him. He just made it look good, but Zeus caught it. Saying Leonidas' attacks are very dangerous, so blocking them isn't really much of an option. So that's why he's got to dodge. Alright, so a box. I'm good if this turns to a slugfest. Let's see. And he keeps punching. Hermes, don't stand against Sparta. Leonidas said that, but... And the footwork keeps going. I wonder if Leonidas will be able... Keeps dodging. Okay, the sentence doesn't make sense. There should be a 2 here. It says, I wonder if Leonidas will be able hit Apollo head on. To hit. There's a 2 missing there, but anyways, hit Apollo head on. Boom, and he dodges again, and Leonidas sucking back his whole cigar again, and boom, 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 boom. And oh, the smoke clears, and Apollo's right up next to Leonidas. Is he going to finally get a hit in? There it is. Boom. With the gauntlet on, with the bracers on, right in the side of the face. Boom. He takes a hit. It looks deadly as hell. That looks like it hurt. And boom. Oh, Leonidas recovered already. Stomped his foot. Oh, that's cool. Grab the chain. Kicks the chain and uses it as a kick for more momentum on the shield. And boom. slices. Apollo has to duck just under just to make it. Let's see. So Apollo didn't get hit by the counterattack. Oh, you're surprisingly tough for a human, says Apollo. Leonidas spits out a bit of blood. How about being a bit more humble? You damn arrogant god. And he's rushing. But, says Apollo, that wouldn't be beautiful. And, of course, he dodges again. And gets him in the face again. Same tactic. Apollo's extraordinary footwork evades the attack like a gust of wind. Alright, let's check back in with the chat really quick. Justice said, I think it'd be cool if we never knew Rasputin's weapon till the very end of the fight. I'd be good with never actually figuring it out. Like at the end, let's say he used a bunch of shit like Jack did, and there's possibilities, and Hermes goes through it at the end of the fight, regardless who wins the fight. He goes, well, he goes, so which one really was his divine weapon, Hermes? He goes, well, I can't be sure. For you see, this, and this. He goes, there's two distinct possibilities. Maybe we'll never know. He truly is the ultimate trickster. Or something like that. Like, so we, the fans, there's no concrete answer. Like, you can boil down the possibilities of what he uses down to, like, it's either this, turn this into a volant, or that was this into the volant. But which one did which? We never actually know, and there's no actual way to know. I would like that. I would think that'd be really cool. I hope they do that. Even if not for the Rasputin fight, it would make more sense for Rasputin because he's the charismatic guy. He's the trickster. He's the magician. He should be able to sleight of hand. You never know a magician's secrets sort of idea, right? I'd like that. Joseph says, hey Griever, what would you say to a person who thinks Heracles is a quote-unquote dog shit character? Well, they don't know good writing then. I don't know what to tell you. Like, would you have a good argument in your head to explain why he's a good character? No. See, I could probably formulate one if that was like, all right, you have a day to figure it out. You have a couple hours to figure out why he's a great character or something, right? I could sit down and I could make a bunch of points. But there's no good... If someone legitimately thinks, like they're not trolling, they legitimately read it, they like Record of Ragnarok, they like the characters, but they think that Heracles is a dog shit character and don't like him and think he's horribly written, nothing I am going to say is going to change that person's poor opinion. Because clearly they did not understand, and trying to convince them otherwise. If you don't think Heracles is a great character, and I can convince you to change, like, I can't change, like, from... It's sort of hard to explain. I could probably convince someone from good to great, or from good to average, but to change them to a total 180 from sunrise to sunset, change their opinion, I could talk to them till I'm blue in the face. It's apparent to everyone who has reading comprehension that Heracles is a great written character. He's a greatly written character for Jack. And if they don't understand that, it'd be hard to convince someone who's convinced of that, is all I'm saying. And it'd probably be a waste of time, because in the end you probably wouldn't be able to convince them. Sort of like people who think Lord of the Rings is bad. I'm sorry you don't like the greatest story ever written. I'm not going to waste my time trying to convince you that what it is, right? Like, there's just certain things. If they don't like Star Wars, it's likely nothing you say is going to convince them that Star Wars is fantastic. So, things like that. Also, we have 7 people in here and still only 3 likes. What's happening, people? Is the like button not working? Are some thumbs broken? I don't know. But yeah. I mean, as I said, I could make an argument. Maybe I could convince them, but I've been in so many debates over the years that people are just too stubborn. I've been one of the stubborn people before, so I don't know. Joseph said, the part where Leonidas gets punched but then uses his leg to launch his weapon at Apollo, but then Apollo dodged, was awesome. Yeah, that was really cool. I love that. I really love that. Soren said, with those arguments, it makes me think we might get Rasputin versus Loki. That would be cool. Trickster versus Trickster. But the anime really set up Okita versus him, so I'm thinking it's Okita versus Loki. Justice said, yeah, I love that idea for Rasputin. Yeah, it would be cool. Justice said, if someone completely hates a character, you will not change their mind no matter how good the argument. Exactly. Everyone has that character or opinion that no argument will change. Yeah, for example, I made a shit, piss poor reasons as to why I don't like Skypiea in One Piece. I don't like Skypiea. It was explained why Skypiea is good. I couldn't fight any of those. I tried to explain why I didn't like Skypiea, and it was brought up to me that any points that I made weren't very good or whatever in a discussion on Nia D. Hemming's channel, and I just accepted that something about Skypiea doesn't sit well with me. I can't explain it, and I know it's an unpopular opinion. I know I don't have a good basis for not liking Skypiea, so even though it's brought up and I try, I know I'm failing. You know, some people have irrational, like, I just didn't like it at the time, or something rubbed me the wrong way. I really didn't like Eneru as a character. Something about him, I've liked characters with his type of personality before. Something about him just felt out of place out of One Piece for me and stuff like that. So, like, there's a perfect example of someone who, like, I don't have a good opinion about a universally really liked arc of One Piece. For people who like One Piece, Skypiea is usually in their top. And it's got everything for us. It's got a little bit of everything that's in other arcs, right? You know, all the characters get a time to shine and stuff like that, and I just... you know? So Justin's not wrong. It's the same idea. Joseph said, yeah, I meant when someone isn't trolling and legitimately thinks that opinion on Heracles. Because I saw one on Mysterious Weeb's Hot Takes video. Someone said he's a bad character, and Weeb agreed. Well, you know, do they love Jack? Do they think Jack's a great written character? Because the only reason that Jack is a well-written character is because of Heracles. If they want to argue that Heracles is a well-written plot device but not a great character, that's a legitimate argument. I could go down that road, that Heracles makes Jack is a great plot device, a very well-written plot device to make Jack's character the best in the series. 100% that's a legitimate take. If they think that Jack is great and Heracles isn't responsible for why Jack is so great, then they didn't read the damn fight. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And I thought Mysterious Weeb was in here a couple of times. And I didn't really get to speak much to him about it, so I didn't know he didn't like him. Joseph said, I would really rather have Okita versus Loki. Me too. A fierce police officer versus an infamous trickster. And remember, the Shinsengumi had to deal with trickery all the time, so it'd be a good matchup. Joseph said, plus they're both the two smallest characters on both of their sides. Yeah. Multitira Packaging said, I hate JJK because it is a cheap copy of Bleach, Naruto, and Fenshenji. Now there's a hot take. Just said, Jack and Heracles... you spelled Hercules. Kind of go hand in hand in character. They are good because they play off each other so well. Exactly. They advance each other's character arcs and development through each other. You can't love one and hate the other. That means you just didn't understand. You don't understand writing. You don't understand character development in writing. You clearly don't. If you just don't. That's, you know. Joseph said, don't worry, I know you can never change someone's mind on something in fiction when it's their true opinion, and I would never try to force my opinions on others. I do it all the time, but yeah, no. You're sort of wasting your breath on that. I could make an argument, but I probably wouldn't get into a huge... I do on here for the sake of entertainment and content, but outside of that, I probably wouldn't if someone wanted to have a huge discussion written in a Discord or on Reddit. I'm not going to try. I don't type comments on Reddit for this very reason. You know, I'll discuss things with you guys here and make arguments here on a stream for content. I won't do it on Discord or Reddit or anything like that. You know. And going back to what MP there was saying, hates JJK because it's a cheap copy of Bleach. That's not really fair. And Naruto and I heard of that Feng Sheng Ji thing. I never got into it. I don't really see... I guess Chakra and Cursed Energy are more hand-in-hand as a thing. I don't see the Naruto thing. maybe the trio thing. You know, you got a master. I mean, that's been done before. Naruto didn't invent it, but you've got a master, and then you've got a main character who's a guy, a main character who's an emo, and then a useless girl character. Yeah, I mean that was pretty blatant. But as far as that, but that's like the only real comparison I can just off the top of my head take for Naruto for JJK. So that's kind of weird. I don't think I agree with that. Cheap copy of Bleach. It took a lot of inspiration for Bleach, and I got a lot of hate and flack for me comparing it to Bleach, which I think JJK fans are just sort of like any manga fans or stans. They really like to defend their series as though it's like completely original, and making a comparison is like the wrong thing to do. When, yeah, like it's no secret that the guy who invented JJK is a huge Bleach nerd, and he took a lot of elements and inspiration from Bleach. If JJK fans can't understand that without Bleach JJK probably doesn't exist, that's their problem. But I think JJK is a vastly different story from Bleach. And a lot of the characters and a lot of the plot lines are much different. I like Bleach more. I think Bleach is far better. But I really like Jujutsu Kaisen for the most part. You know, I like it more than Naruto. And it might not be in my top 20 or top 30, but I still think it's very good. And I also like the fact that Gege sort of knows when it's time to end shit. Like, he's trying to get to his end game now rather than milk the cow. So, I don't know. Yeah. So. Joseph said, when they said JJK, does he mean Jujutsu Kaisen? Yes, he does. Joseph said, whenever people go, it's a copy of etc., I normally just block them out because most people don't understand the difference between copy and inspiration. Exactly. And that's why a lot of people hate on me when I do big comparisons, because sometimes I do it for content reasons, but I poked the bear and I said, you know, well, Ichigo did it first, but, you know, not bad for Yuji, that kind of shit. Then people think that I'm, like, shitting on... Like, I don't really like Yuji as a character that much. He's okay. He's just not my type of guy. So, as a result, because I find Yuji doesn't know whether he's the class clown, like a Naruto or a Luffy, or whether he's the mature, you know, more mature Zoro Ichigo type of character. He seems to flip-flop. And sometimes it's kind of jarring. So but yeah, I agree. The whole copy thing, like, inspiration is different from copying, you know. And if you notice elements of something, well, I can tell you right now that Naruto stole 90% of its shit from Japanese lore that already exists. Japanese mythology is literally 50% of Naruto. There is no original names, no original attacks. Everything was already done by fiction before that, and all the names and all the shit is literally from, you know, Orochimaru. Oh, what an original character. Oh, you mean a snake that uses snake stuff that's already in and uses the sword? The sword, you mean the Kusanagi blade that actually comes out of the tail of the Orochi? Like, guys, like, Naruto's not very original. Like, so, and the same could be said for Bleach. You know, the idea of that there being like a world of the dead and all this stuff, and there's guardians or grim reapers in that regard and stuff, that's been done before. The basis and premise of most of these series have already been done before. The idea is to try to deviate as much as possible after the fact. And when you read enough manga and watch enough anime, you are going to see that. You're going to notice a lot of comparisons to things. Trios are... Naruto copied Pokemon. Ash, Brock, and Misty were first. There you go. So Naruto copied Pokemon. Naruto's trash now. Right? Like, you see what I mean? Like, that's not how it works. You're gonna see that. So, yeah. But yeah. Joseph said, out of curiosity, do you still theorize that Rasputin will die? Yeah, I think I think he wants to die. I do think, yeah. Yeah, I think Rasputin's gonna die, but I think he's gonna be awesome. Justice said, plus we know JJK inspiration, it's Bleach and Hunter x Hunter, and Gege has said this. Yeah, the Hunter x Hunter stuff is the stuff I don't like because the power system's way too confusing, and I don't want to go and get a degree in physics to try to fucking understand the bullshit. That's why I can't get into Hunter x Hunter. It's too complicated for me, and I think that pulls it down. But the good side that's inspired, the good stuff, is obviously some of it's Bleach inspired, and that's really good. Just said at Joseph, I think he will die. I don't know. It just works in my mind. I also like Anubis more. We'll have to wait and see. MP responds by saying, Tengen is a cheap copy of Shenyen. Okay, but I've not read that series, and so, you know. Sure. Tengen's a terrible character to begin with. So, the Shenyen, oh, I copied a bad character? Joseph said, just so make for myself, since I'm an aspiring fiction creator, there's nothing wrong with taking information from other studios for my creativity. Absolutely not. It's when you blatantly, beat for beat, copy a story, its pacing, its characters, you know. Like if you watch a murder series and you literally do the same 3 acts, you know, or you watch Star Wars and if you watch Star Wars, like if you want to write your own space opera, but then you come up with a cult or a religion of these powerful swordsmen, space warriors and stuff like that, that's not inspiration, that's copying. But if you come up with your own space opera and you use a different bunch of different creatures and planets and you do something different and you don't have the same beats like the Force and the Jedi and stuff like that, then sure, you know what I mean? Like Firefly is different from Star Wars. Star Wars is different from Star Trek, which is different from Battlestar Galactica. Like, see, they're all set in space with planets and aliens and that kind of stuff, but they differentiate based on that. There's parallels and similarities, but no one will say one's a copy of the other, right? Adam said, inspiration is a great thing. Look at TF2 and Overwatch. Okay, whatever TF2 is, I don't know. Both are great games, but it's obvious who inspired who, but both still have their own identity. Sure, go with that. MP said, Gojo is a cheap copy of Urahara, Kakashi, and He Long Tien. More so of Kakashi, not so much of Urahara. He's got a little bit of Urahara vibe, but no, I don't think he's really any. He's way too cocky to be Kakashi or Urahara for sure, and they're never touted as the strongest and stuff like that. So I don't know. That's literally, by that logic, every mentor character. Urahara, Kakashi, and Hei Long Tien are copies of Master Roshi. Cheap copies of Master Roshi. There you go. See what I did there? You know. So Joseph said, well, Griever once said that it would be poetic if Rasputin died, since he's the man who can't die, and I agree with that. Yeah, it'd be a poetic way for him to die, for sure. It'd be nice if he literally was trying to kill himself and couldn't, and he's been wanting to die, you know? Justin said, every modern series is inspired and has elements from something else. That's how humans work. We take something like this and we go, okay, what if we did this or add this? Exactly. Joseph said, I know Overwatch, but I don't know the other examples, so I don't completely get it, but I see your point. Right. Joseph said, I hope your future work, Joseph, is successful. Me too. MP said, if you don't know, Gojo Limitless is a copy of Hei Long's White Wall. Dude, there are guys who have unlimited power before these works, okay? Just saying. Limitless isn't original, and neither is this White Wall shit. It's not original. Trust me, it's not. Joseph said, thanks, Justin. Alright, so back to the reaction. Man, that took a while. So, we're near the end of the chapter anyways. Good discussion, though, guys. Good chat. So, boom, he swipes at Apollo again after getting struck again and seemingly misses. Gets struck in the chin this time. Then he swipes again. He's going to go attack again, and he's trying, but Leonidas can't seem to get a smack in. He goes forth again with the chain idea, the chain shield, and looking for a blunt force attack. He just dodges and does it again. This is it. float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Oh, man. All right, so that's what we're doing. The Muhammad Ali, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Yeah, and he's taking hits. This is the god of boxing. Boom, boom, boom. Are we going to show Muhammad Ali in the crowd going, because Muhammad Ali is on a lot of people's list of why isn't him or Michael Jordan or somebody like that here, or Pele in Record of Ragnarok. Damn, it's like hitting a sandbag. Hang in there, Lord Leonidas. If only his attacks could land. I think it won't surprise me if Leonidas has been in so many wars that he's figuring it out. He's actually taking the hits to be like, all right, instead of the whole Captain America, I could do this all day. It's more like, all right, I finally figured out how you fight. I've adjusted it. Now I know how to, boom, strike you, how to feint and stuff. He's just getting a grasp on his fighting style. If we can just stop Apollo's movements, we can definitely defeat him. Come on, Apollo, exchange blows already. Come on, settle this already. Don't fly around like a little insect. Beat him down just like that. Apollo looks cool. Show him the power of a god. And Apollo's going like, so some of them are like, come on, like start exchanging blows. Like why you keep dodging? Why stop being a little insect and stuff? Like they're like, yeah, you're winning, but why don't you, like stay in there and beat this guy down? So what if you take a couple hits? You're a god, and this guy knows, like Zeus was saying, he doesn't want to take a hit from this fucker. If Leonidas gets a clean hit on, it's gonna be like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan versus Cell. One punch, boom. Holy shit. That one punch is gonna do a major amount of damage. So Apollo's stealing himself. Ares says, this is looking bad. Huh? And what's he noticing? Don't run away, Apollo. As a god, you should face him head on in a fair fight. Oh, yeah, they are calling his ass out. They are calling his ass out, and Ares saying, this is looking bad. If only we could engage in a direct exchange of blows, and Leonidas would definitely overwhelm you. Oh, they're calling him out, though. They're calling him out like, you're just being a little bitch by running. You're scared of his blows. All right. Are you suggesting a fair fight? Don't say something so nonsensical. Why would we choose such a risky approach like that? Well, if you're so much stronger. Hey, it's Inuyasha's fucking Megatamas, the beads. That human's attacks seem quite dangerous. Oh, yeah, even the gods are saying, like, yeah, no, we're not going to do that. Anyway, victory is what matters. If we manage to escape and win, it's all good. Oh, Apollo's like, oh, no. You guys think I'm not overwhelming him? Oh, no. See, they're thinking it's a cheap victory, so he pulls out 2 threads, slams them into the ground, and they cut forth, boom, 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 into the arena, and lead a path of flames behind them or something. All right, what's he going to do? Apollo, he's going to be like, I'm not going to dodge. I'm not going to go outside of these lines. Come at me. That's what he's going to do. Doesn't mean he still can't dodge, but this will be good. Apollo made 2 lines beside them. What on earth is he doing? The ring seemed a bit too big. This size seems just right for you and me. All right, let's go. And that's what Ares was worried about. He's like, oh shit. He's going to be like, no. I want a clean victory. They're like, wait, what? Leonidas, what? What are you planning, you fucking fool? Let's go. Leonidas is like, what do you mean? What are you planning? How stupid of a question. Everyone is expecting this, aren't they? I will simply overpower you in this situation which you excel at. Alright, he's calling him out. I will definitely meet everyone's expectations, for that is the job of the Supreme Being, the Sun God, Great Lord Apollo. Alright. So that's the end of the chapter, guys. I like the chapter. I think it's a solid chapter. Nothing that I didn't already comment on, do I have to say. I'm just looking forward to it. I think that Apollo, as a god of boxing, is going to be able to sting like a bee. You know what I mean? As they say. But I think taking hits, Apollo is going to get more than he asked for. Right? Because even Zeus went, yeah. He couldn't block that completely, which is why he's dodging. Meaning those blows are strong as shit. Justin said, I hope we get some high IQ plays from Leonidas like Jack or Sasuke. Maybe. We'll have to see. Just said, oh, I just looked up what's TF2. Now I get it. And yeah, a lot of people compare Overwatch to Team Fortress. Now I completely get it. Oh, I didn't know that was a comparison. I don't play FPS games. My FPS games are GoldenEye, and that's about it. So, but yeah, so that's the reaction, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Is there anything last minute on anybody want to say? Anybody want to hit that like button before they leave? MP says, I agree on your take about Bleach is definitely better than JJK. I mean, once again, that's my opinion, but I do think it's the superior series. But I don't look at it as Bleach is better than JJK because it's a cheap copy of Bleach. I look at it as I like the art and the story and the characters better. Is why I think Bleach is better. So, and once again, one of the best written shonen villains of all time is Sosuke motherfucking Aizen. So that's hard to top. You got Hawa Sakura from Shaman King, you got Makoto Shishio from Rurouni Kenshin, and you got Sosuke Aizen. As far as I'm concerned, those are the three greatest shonen villains of all time. They're better than anybody in One Piece as far as a villain goes. They're better than... See, Toriko didn't really have Toriko has villains, but Toriko's villains aren't... Yeah, that's hard. That's a hard one. Like, Dragon Ball Z, Frieza's right up there. I'm not going to lie. Frieza's pretty good. Frieza might be the king of all, but... because Frieza is just literally the OG for that. I think his OG-ness pushes him to the having the throne. But yeah, as far as best written villains, yeah. Joseph said, have you seen any of the Marvel animes? No, I have not. I haven't even been able to catch up with the Marvel movies for the last couple of years. MP said Aizen over Gojo. Well, Aizen over Gojo, of course. Aizen is just that guy. But I like Gojo. I really like Gojo, actually. I really like Gojo. I really like Yuta. I like Megumi. I like Maki. I like quite a few characters in JJK. There's some characters I really don't like. I don't really care for Kenjaku. I think Kenjaku's not a very good character. I don't like... Who else don't I like? I didn't really like Mahito. Yeah. Can't really think of anybody else that I really just did not like. Tengen's kind of stupid. Well, I hate Tengen for in-story reasons, too. And Yuji's not a great main character, in my opinion. He's good, he's not great. And I personally have a little bit of problem with him, but other than that... So yeah, but JJK's got a... And I don't like Nobara. Nobara's a terrible character. She is a bitch for no good reason. She is a fucking straight-up grade A bitch with no reason. I fixed her backstory when I read it. I said, this is why she's a bitch. If they just write this, it'll be fine. Her whole backstory proves nothing. Absolutely nothing. She lost nothing in her life. She's had no trauma. She's had no bullshit, realistically, that most people didn't go through. And she's just a total fucking, like, arrogant bitch with nothing to back it up, by the way. So, yeah, that's one character I definitely don't like. Everyone trying to convince me, oh, you'll love Nobara later. Nobara is a great... You'll really like her. How does everyone want to get their balls stomped on? Are you all into that type of shit? Because that's all you're getting out of her as a character. Holy fuck. She's a terrible character. Joseph said, whenever you get more time, you should do videos on them. Not a lot of people do, so maybe it can get you more viewers. Maybe. I've got a pile of different things on the go right now, so that I'm behind on, so we'll see. Joseph said, how do you feel about portraying Hades as a character similar to Doctor Doom or Black Adam? A dark ruling monarch who only does whatever it takes for the sake of their own kingdom? I don't really have much of a problem with that. His idea is my kingdom and my people come first at the expense of anything else. Realistically, it sounds like a dictatorship. It sounds like politicians that we fight against, like Putin. Putin has said similar stuff. But technically speaking, I want a leader who puts, like, as a person born in Canada, I want a Canadian leader who puts Canada first and other countries second. Not at the expense of going to war with them or fighting them over trivial things or closing off our borders or anything. I mean, Canadians come first and the world comes second. Right? And a lot of politicians don't do that, and that's a bit of a problem. And usually the bad ones who, in my opinion, a lot of them who are bad leaders and shouldn't be in office are usually, unfortunately, they're the ones with that attitude. Americans are what matter, fuck the rest of the world. Koreans are what matter, fuck the rest of the world. Russians are what matter, fuck the rest of the world, you know. And they have some of the worst fucking leaders in history, right? So, you know, yeah. So it's unfortunate. I wish we could take a much more, like, liberal-esque leader who just had the opinion of, I'm putting Canadians first, or I'm putting Americans first, or whatever. But I want a guy who's a little more, less trigger-happy. How's that, you know? I'll have to wait and see on that. MP said, even Hades is probably inspired by Lord Eisen. Hades in this series? I don't think this series has anything to do with Bleach, in all honesty. But, you know, I think you just don't really like JJK. So, I mean, if you don't like JJK, that's fine. That's fine. But it's definitely better than Naruto. Naruto is not that good. Let's just be real. Actually, Naruto's not as bad as I once thought. But it really... People put it on a pedestal that it did not belong on. Naruto was not as good as Bleach. Not near as successful or as good as One Piece or Dragon Ball Z or any of that stuff. It is no different to me than Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is only good because of the animation. Every character has a tragic fucking sad backstory. Every villain has a sad tragic backstory, and that's why they're a demon. And the characters are generic. It's a short-ass story. The only reason, once again, animation carried that story and to a height it didn't deserve to be at. Naruto got carried at a time when anime became popularized. After the era of Yu Yu Hakusho, Dragon Ball, Sailor Moon, and that stuff. Then, as those became popular, more series got out here, and all of a sudden, the ones that took the world by and Pokemon and stuff, and the ones that took the world by the storm was Naruto and stuff like that, right? It was, you know, and One Piece. So, whereas One Piece deserves it, I don't think Naruto deserves the pedestal it's been put on, but it is what it is. Joseph said, because that portrayal is how I plan to portray Hades in my story, but he does take care of his subjects by placing them in the right afterlives. Well, there you go. You don't need to make him a do-gooder, but you know, you can play around with that character. Joseph said, because remember in Greek mythology, heaven and hell are in the same place, the underworld. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So. Anyways, so that's pretty much it for me, guys. Joseph said the fields are, I don't know how to say it, but Elysium, fields of Asphodel and Tartarus, of course, for hell. Yeah, but Tartarus is the low level. Tartarus is where fucking the Titans are and shit. Anyways, so that's it for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction and the stream. I'll be back for chapter 81, and I'll still be rocking the Hawaiian shirt to represent Team Leonidas, the king. The king. He's going to be great. He's going to win. He's going to win. Never a doubt. We'll see you guys back here next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, that's it from me. I got to go paint some shutters. See you back here next time, guys. Bye-bye.